Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So I saw this morning from Miles J. Creative here on Twitter, Bitcoin's 4-year cycle. This thread presents a guide to the 4-year cycle of Bitcoin, which is fundamentally vital to understanding how the market currently moves. So guys, there's a lot of stuff in here that I think you should take a look at if you are still kind of confused about why we are seeing what we are seeing with regards to, Bitcoin in particular, but the rest of the market as a general whole. So I got Bitcoin up here on the hourly. Actually, I'm going to get back to that in a second. I just wanted to kind of go into this briefly, very briefly, because a lot of this stuff we already know. One point that I wanted to make here that I definitely agree with Miles on is this, the mid-cycle point. That is something we don't talk about a lot. He says here, mid-cycle is the point of every cycle, always converging around the month of July. As pointed out by Randall13 here on Twitter, understanding mid-cycle is a thing a lot of people miss, often misrepresented as a mini bear market. So he brings up, so in this thread, he does bring up the 3 bull markets that we have seen for cryptocurrency. And in this particular tweet, he outlines this mini bear market that, or rather what people consider a mini bear market, but it is part of the mid-cycle here. So over here, you can see it, 2013, 2017, and now 2021. Something that I know I have not talked about on this channel, mid-cycle occurs every bull market phase and is essentially the midway point. This is a time of a correction and consolidation. The correction size is relative to how volatile the first half of the bull run was to the upside. The consolidation phase appears to be relative to how big the correction was and how volatile the second half is going to be to the upside. So we saw a 50% correction back in June over the summer. And so if I were to take the Bitcoin chart, put it on the weekly, you can see the mid-cycle here for 2013, mid-cycle here for 2017, and now what is the mid-cycle for 2021? So we know over 50% in this current mid-cycle. What did we see back in 2017? We saw a correction of about 40%, give or take. And then in 2013, what did we see? We saw a correction of about 76%. So you guys can see here, many consider this a bear market, and we have heard those false comments in over crypto Twitter and wherever else you get your cryptocurrency news. We're in a bear market, but we're not in a bear market. This is just that mid-cycle, and this one in 2021 down 56%, give or take. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Of course, now what are we going to see? We are going to see that next rally up to the upside. And so in 2013, we saw nearly 1,800% from the bottom of that mid-cycle. Over here in 2017, we saw it go up nearly 1,000%. So you can see, as Miles puts it here, the more volatile this mid-cycle is, the more potential for an upside movement. At least that is what we've seen in these last 2 cycles. 76% brought us up to 1,800, and 39% brought us up to 1,000. So now that we've seen this mid-cycle at about 56%, my guess is that we are going to go up anywhere between 1,000 and 1,800%. So again, guys, great thread here. Again, I didn't want to get into the entire thing because it is lengthy, and I know I've talked about a lot of this kind of thing already on this channel, but I will link it in the description if you guys are interested. Bringing up XRP right now, we are seeing some great movement for XRP. XRP trading right now at about 118.5. So we have seen a bit of reinvigoration for the XRP token. On the hourly, we can see XRP has seen bullish momentum since yesterday. Basically, all yesterday, we've seen some bullish momentum. And now we're starting out today. Today is Sunday, November the 7th, seeing more bullish momentum for XRP. And guys, I saw this from Mr. Whale. If you're interested in the Solana token, Solana is another cryptocurrency project that has been doing quite well, and I've been keeping my eye on it ever since I noticed that the WEF, or the World Economic Forum, had listed it in their paper from June of 2021. Take a look at that chart, nothing but bullish momentum. Now, it was launched back in 2020, so kind of right after all the major lockdowns, so it has had a lot of time to just kind of thrive, right? Being launched kind of right at the bottom and then nothing but bullish momentum upward. So it was trading back in mid-2020, it was trading under $1, about 50 cents per token. Now it is trading at $253. And the reason I'm interested in this token, no, I do not hold any, by the way, full disclosure, but I'm interested in this because it was listed listed in that WEF paper, and we have seen nothing but an explosive move for the Solana token. However, interesting and important to note, Mr. Whale here saying after an audit, it was discovered that Solana lied about their supply. Instead of it being 8 million, it's 20 million. They lied and had 12 million coins hidden in a market maker wallet. They're also partnered with Tether, which is why I stay far away. So interesting to note that Solana also has moved up on the list, number 4 in terms of market cap. And you can see recently it did just hit a new all-time high just yesterday. So it is something, if you guys are interested in the WEF coins, I guess we'll call them, something to be paying attention to. I personally hold Algorand and XRP. Those are my two WEF positions that I hold. I guess we'll call them WEF coins from now on. What is it? It's Solana, Algorand, CeeLo, Cardano, XLM. I'm just trying to think of them off the top of my head. I believe there's one more if I'm not mistaken. If I'm missing one, guys, please do put it down in the comment section. Gonna keep moving because bullish news for Ripple and XRP. Now, this is from AB de Villiers. AB de Villiers apparently got a hold of the blockchain backers, one of his recent videos with regards to why we're seeing XRP price behave the way it is with regards to the whole SEC lawsuit. He did an epic video on that. And AB de Villiers posted this on Twitter. How Ripple XRP is not in the top 3 at this moment is difficult to understand. And please note, I'm not punting anything here. I'm really trying to understand the reason behind it all with these numbers. How is this possible? AB de Villiers is a professional cricket player, proudly South African, and has 8 million followers. So some great exposure here for Ripple and XRP, questioning the system, questioning the position of XRP in the cryptocurrency market cap. Great to have him on our side here. Guys, I also saw this from XRP Crypto Wolf. Ripple partner Bank of America COO says offering loans against crypto assets could be a possibility in the future. Guys, let me read you a little bit of this. As Bank of America has begun looking more into the crypto space, the bank's chief operating officer says he believes certain characteristics of the blockchain and crypto could add a lot of value to banks. Here's a quote. He says, "I believe some of the things that are happening today will provide that technological jump that allows banks to be more efficient, have less errors, and be more compliant." Bank of America CEO Tom Montag said that about crypto during the chain analysis event on Thursday in New York. So we look forward to figuring out a way to use it best and have it be part of the system. Perhaps he's even just saying this as a general talking point, considering we know Bank of America is already a Ripple partner. But it is interesting to see what he is talking about here. Provide the technological jump to allow banks more efficiency and less errors. So that just speaks to what Ripple does better than Swift, in my opinion. Bank of America officially launched its cryptocurrency research division last month. The company released a report called Digital Assets Primer, Only the First Inning. In conjunction with the launch, it notes that 221 million people have purchased or sold a cryptocurrency as of June 2021, up from 66 million in May of 2020. Another quote here, "It's difficult to overstate how transformative blockchain technology, digital assets, and the thousands of decentralized apps that have yet to be created could potentially be." When talking about lending, though, he says the CEO explained that the bank currently lends against art, houses, boats, and even railroad cars. He noted that if the crypto market shows more stability and less volatility, the bank could consider that in the future. Even in stocks, people can lose a lot of money lending money against stocks. So you can see why people get nervous about what exactly they're lending against and how do they make sure they have it. So some interesting insight here from the COO of Bank of America, a Ripple partner. Wanted to thank XRP Crypto Wolf for pointing us to that. We also have this guy's from Crypto Eddie here. And again, Jim Kunha, VP of Secure Payments and FinTech at the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston, shows his slide of Ripple working with Brazil to build a prototype CBDC. So Crypto Eddie just brought to our attention this screen grab here, just kind of demonstrating what certain countries around the world are doing with regards to CBDC planning and CBDC proof of concept, at what stage they're at. So Japan starting a proof of concept, building out by mid 2021. We got Russia. They're announcing that they will complete its prototype in 2021 and pilot in 22. South Korea building a platform. So all these things happening kind of right now. Uruguay started a pilot back in 2018. We got the Ukraine here, limited pilot testing of synthetic CBDCs. And so, we're just kind of seeing different countries doing different things. Interesting here, though, Brazil are working specifically with Ripple to build a prototype. And of course, I keep mentioning it, Brad Garlinghouse did go to Brazil back in, I believe it was June of 2020. And there were some secret meetings with the Central Bank of Brazil, but we've got it here from this digital currency presentation. The breakthrough to mainstream is on the horizon. If you want to watch the full thing, it's about an hour and 12 minutes. And sure enough, here is that slide. I will link this in the description if you guys are interested. Brought to you by NACD of New England. So great news there. Wanted to thank Crypto Eddie for just confirming that it is listed in this presentation that Ripple is indeed working with Brazil. Great news there. Want to keep going, guys, because I got some Algorand news here. One of the WEF coins, Silent Data, to integrate with the Algorand blockchain. The software development company Applied Blockchain has received a grant from the Algorand Foundation to integrate its Silent Data platform with the Algorand blockchain, enabling users to present privacy-preserving proof of their traditional financial activity. The Silent Data platform is the sole creation of Applied Blockchain and enables private off-chain data to be verified on-chain without revealing the underlying private data. Initially focused on open data banking, the Algorand Foundation grant will support Silent Data in enabling businesses to create privacy-preserving NFTs of their invoices and present these to a liquidity pool to the Algorand blockchain. So we're seeing Algorand, more use cases here for them and the integration with Silent Data. You notice here too, they're talking about NFTs, something that has been becoming more popular over the last year or so. And I wanted to keep talking about this because we have seen NFTs grow in popularity. Here is something else with regards to Algorand specifically. Artery is now stamping artwork information on the Algorand blockchain as well. So here is just one example of that, registered by Winston Art Group, Untitled, 2002. First artwork to have its due diligence data stamped on the Algorand chain. So more Algorand news here with regards to art. So we're seeing a lot of collectibles right now being stamped as NFTs, and I'm sure you guys know all about that. Ethereum, right now the primary blockchain that does that. Here's just the page. If you click on that link, you can see signed by Winston Art Group. So here's the official artwork here, the first one ever stamped on the Algorand blockchain. And we're also seeing this expansion on Flare's Songbird network. So this from XRP Crypto Wolf. NFT collections go live on Flare's Songbird. So here's something else that we should be paying attention to. Bazooka Chicks is a digital collectibles metaverse that displays the world in 2041 when all humans are dead. Huh? Yeah, they said it here. When all humans are dead in 2041, the team of this eccentric product has chosen Flare's Songbird network as the technical platform for its NFT minting. Digital collectibles mint starts on Songbird, according to the official announcement shared by Bazooka Chicks, an early-stage NFT project. Its inaugural digital collectibles drop enters the public mint stage on Songbird, and so they tweeted that out. Public minting for Bazooka Chicks on the Songbird network opens in less than 24 hours at the daily crypto close. So here it is, guys. Some images of that. You guys can see the tweet here. But NFTs, right? Part of this whole collectible metaverse. And I say metaverse because we know that recently Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg just did a presentation on how Facebook is going to morph and change your lives, my life, if we so choose to participate in this in the coming years. And NFTs, I think, guys, are going to play a huge part in this. So just to finish this up for a second, before I get on to the next piece, the initial mint price is set at 25 Songbird tokens. As covered by you today, previously, Songbird tokens were distributed between the participants of Flare airdrops in early September, as we all know. So, more companies developing NFTs, they see that there is a market for this, and so potentially a way to make money. Developed by NFT pioneers, Larva Labs, CryptoPunks, and the most expensive non-fungible tokens in the entire segment. Some punks, i.e., and they give a few examples, are worth more than $7.5 million. So that's the other thing. We have seen these things rise in value, and some people are saying, I don't understand why we are paying for digital images and just to be able to say that we have the one and only official NFT of said artwork or what have you. I know recently Quentin Tarantino has said that he is going to be putting together uncut scenes from Pulp Fiction, one of my favorite movies of all time, by the way. But he's going to be putting together those scenes and selling those as NFTs. And so if you hold the NFT, you can own an uncut scene. It's yours to own, to sell, to do whatever you want with. An unreleased scene from Pulp Fiction, his seminal 1994 film where he won the Palme d'Or, I believe, at Cannes. Huge, okay? So many celebrities, too, are now getting into NFT production. it makes me think that there is something to this and that this is not just a fad that is going away. So anyway, going to thank XRP Crypto Wolf for posting that. And just another point on this NFT topic from Martin Volk here on Twitter, Ripple and XRP News. Over time, we will see the NFT market broaden. This coming from David Schwartz. So we know Ripple now has been dabbling in NFTs as well. They may be a little late to the NFT party, but the XRP ledger will attempt to become an industry game changer and challenge Ethereum's hegemony. So this is what David Schwartz said at a recent conference in New York. I will link this article in the description if you guys are interested in going over the details, but ultimately just kind of gives you guys a bit of a background on NFTs, what Ethereum is doing. But then they note down here, blockchain payments firm Ripple recently announced an investment in the NFT marketplace Mintable, which I reported on a few weeks ago, which would allow the platform to integrate with the XRP ledger to enable creators to securely and efficiently sell their NFTs. In addition, in September this year, Ripple launched a $250 million creators fund to foster innovation in tokenization, specifically focused on non-fungible tokens. Given Ripple's recent involvement in the NFT space, Cointelegraph spoke to David Schwartz, okay? So it was an interview with David Schwartz. I'm not going to read the full interview for you guys, but I wanted to highlight some key points that David makes. All right, David Schwartz, very smart guy, looking to expand the XRP ecosystem. Of course, this would ultimately give XRP more value if more XRP is being utilized. So David Schwartz up here talks a little bit about NFTs. He says, we are late to the party, but not too late. If NFTs are successful, then we are still very early. And I'm going to get back to that in a second. We initially started to look at how people wanted to use NFTs and realized that a lot of the challenges people were facing were due to the technology being very primitive. And then here's just a highlighted quote. Every company wanting to get into the space needed a tremendous amount of specific expertise, which isn't a good way to grow. So building and tooling is what we've been focused on. Also, sometimes money is the obstacle. When someone has a good idea with the right tooling and the right team, sometimes they just need more money to scale. We can help them overcome this to prove the technology will work and the way they want to do it. So just again, speaking to the point that I make frequently on this channel, that Ripple got deep pockets, and so they are leveraging those deep pockets to help fund other projects that would develop on the XRPL, thus giving XRP more utility and a higher value. So he talks about down here. He talks a little bit about how the energy consumption of the XRPL would be better, especially if XRP and the XRPL is used to mint NFTs. In the XRP ledger, no one gets transaction fees, so no one wants high fees. The fee literally covers the cost of processing the transaction. The fact is that the XRP ledger works just as well without artificial scarcity. So a little bit critical of the Ethereum network, Cointelegraph asks, are there any other benefits of using the XRP ledger for NFTs versus Ethereum? David Schwartz says yes. One of them is the scalability, or the number of transactions per second. There are things you can do on Ethereum, though, that you can't do on the XRP ledger. That's why a lot of decentralized finance, or DeFi, working today is happening on Ethereum. You can do almost anything you can envision, like things with loans or TradeFi or mortgages or staking. We don't have those capabilities on the XRP ledger today, which, to me sounds like they are working to compete with Ethereum at this point on some of those things, but you can mint NFTs. We also have a decentralized exchange, or a DEX, and you can issue new tokens. Payments are cheap and fast, and so to some extent, it's a fundamental engineering trade-off. And so David Schwartz says, if you want to do everything, then you can't be very good at anything. The XRP ledger has a list of things it does really well. If one of those things are the things you need, that's great. But if one isn't what you need, then you need to move to something more general. Continuing with this theme, Cointelegraph asks, what are the best use cases for someone wanting to mint an NFT on the XRP ledger? And so David Schwartz responds, today the use cases are mainly collectibles, which I had mentioned before. So collectibles is an interesting way to start this off, because we know collectibles do gain value over time, or sometimes they decrease in value, depending on what the market commands. On the XRP ledger, the cost is a lot lower. So if you are building an NFT on Ethereum, so he talks a little bit about cost here. I think most of the use cases today are collectibles, broadly speaking, like works of art, things that connect to digital art, things that connect to musicians. But I think over time, and this was telling, guys, but I think over time, we will see the NFT market broaden. Well, what else could an NFT be? So this got me thinking, right? What else could an NFT be other than a collectible? I mean, if it's just going to be a digitized something, How can you use a digitized fork, for example, or a digitized piece of steak, or a digitized bed, or whatever. Well, then it got me thinking and brought me back to this, guys. Do you remember the Black Mirror episode from season 1? This was 10 years ago now, season 1, episode 2. It was this episode here, 15 Million Merits, and it was the first time, I believe, I'd ever seen Daniel Kaluuya in anything. Since then, his career really has taken off. As you guys know, I am a film buff, so I know a little bit about this. So it was this episode here where people were living in what seemed to be some kind of weird simulation where you had an avatar of yourself. And if you've seen this episode, I don't know if I want to spoil it, but I might tell you a little bit about it. If you don't want to hear about it, I guess turn the video off. But I'm just going to talk a little, just briefly, broadly about it. The characters in this episode are all riding bicycles, and it's like they're playing some kind of video game where they gain credits, and throughout this episode you see them use their credits to purchase things like an apple. And I saw this so long ago, I don't remember exactly what else they purchased, but they purchase everyday necessities like food and whatever else. So it got me thinking, right? And if you guys have not seen this, I do suggest you watch it. They live in these square box pods where, everything is kind of taken care of. They've got their wake-up call, they've got entertainment, they've got their bed, basically a jail cell. And, what struck me, something that was interesting about this episode was the detachment of human engagement. I mean, we do see humans engage in this episode, but, there's a lot of human interaction through a computer or through a simulation. And so it got me thinking more about what is going on today with the Metaverse, guys. And if you've been following my Great Reset videos and have an idea of what I think about where the world could be going, I think you might know where I'm going with this. Also bringing this back to NFTs, David Schwartz saying, I think over time we will see the NFT marketplace grow to not just collectibles. And so if essentially the powers that be are pushing us to move into a simulated reality, could NFTs be more valuable? And although late to the party, could Ripple and XRP be on the precipice of something even bigger than we can imagine as they are looking to broaden the capacity to mint NFTs on the XRPL? I know I've been going over some broader concepts in this video, but I think it is all something we should be paying attention to. Oh, and by the way, guys, in this Black Mirror episode, all these guys on bikes, it was never addressed directly in the episode, but my interpretation of that is that in this world, there is an energy crisis, and since the entire world is essentially one giant simulation, they need to have energy to run that. So what better way to do that than to have people creating energy on these mobile bicycles? I mean, it's a bit of a far out theory, but even the bazooka chick said the metaverse that displays the world in 2041 when all humans are dead? Huh? That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.